Have you ever thought about how hard it would be to not use Google? I mean, not use it at all. Like, when was the last time you thought about your search engine? You just Google stuff. And that's just the beginning. You probably use Gmail, which is the best and most popular email service. You probably also use Maps for exactly the same reason. And don't forget about the Chrome browser, which you might be using to watch this on YouTube. Google has dozens of apps, including 7 with 1 billion users each. Oh, and if you've ever seen an ad on the internet, there's a really good chance it came from Google. And that's just the software. If you have a Chromebook or an Android phone or a Google Home, that's all Google too. The only Google product you're definitely not using is Google+, because let's be real, nobody's using Google+. There's something a little scary about giving any one company access to that much of your life. Have you ever looked at your My Activity page on Google? It's crazy. And through it all, Google is collecting data about you and your activity and using it to sell ads. So I decided to see what life was like without Google. Even just for a few days, completely avoiding all things Google was not easy. But I found out that it's a good idea to spread the love a little. The easiest thing to replace, surprisingly enough, is Google Search. Switch your browser's default search engine to Microsoft's Bing or DuckDuckGo, a privacy-focused startup, and after a little while, you won't even notice the difference. Yeah, Google's better, but as much as I can't believe I'm saying this, Bing is fine. It's also pretty easy to switch browsers. I really like Mozilla's Firefox, which is just as clean and simple as Chrome, but with better anti-tracking tools and better private browsing, plus some neat features like a way to send web pages from your laptop to your phone. Google Maps is great, but if you use Apple Maps or Bing Maps or even MapQuest, which really does still exist, you'll still be able to get around, just a little slower sometimes. And Yelp and Foursquare both work great for finding places to go. Ultimately, the only thing I absolutely couldn't replace was YouTube. If you give that up, you're gonna miss pretty much every good video on the internet. In lots of other cases, it was just a pain to switch. Once you're in Google World, it's hard to get out, and a lot of us are in Google World. At the end of this experiment, I'm gonna go back to Gmail and Google Maps, but I'm switching to Firefox for sure, and DuckDuckGo, and I'm even trying to get my friends off of Hangouts and onto Signal. I even wrote the script for this in Dropbox Paper, which holds up to Google Docs pretty well. That means my Google Activity feed is gonna get a little quieter. I feel good about that. Make sure you're sharing your data only when it's worth it, when you're getting something out of it too, like when the Solo trailer drops and it's only on YouTube. You can't not watch this.